White Claw.
All right. Welcome to the Dumpster Fire Dialogues.
Good morning. We just got our pump on.
Yep. The little workout, little mat chat.
Little combo.
Yeah. Little
Dumpster
sock
Fire
on.
Dialogue.
Yeah, that and Dumpster Fire socks. I don't know. We got a busy fucking day today, don't we?
Yeah. Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Finishing moving.
Yeah, you're finishing moving. We got the usual day off where I just do a bunch of crap at home and
Jeez.
cheers. Refreshing.
Delicious. I had the black cherry lime element.
Yeah.
Pretty close to this.
Nice.
But has even more stuff in it. Delicious.
Delicious. Busy. It's gonna be a busy fall.
Oh yeah.
Super busy fall.
It's good though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for stuff, but things starting to come around, you know?
Yeah, there. Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. I told you I signed up to compete.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 dates that I picked, so I'm sure that I'll get smashed.
You might be surprised.
Yeah, maybe.
You've improved a good bit since the last one.
That's true.
You jumped in pretty early in the last one too.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck it, I'll send it.
Yeah. And then everybody outweighed me by like 60 pounds.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It'll be the same thing this time. So I'm not.
What weight category is it? Like,
I just did the over 40, over 230, I think.
okay.
Even though I probably walk around like 230, 240. Like,
Yeah.
could I cut? Yeah. Am I gonna? No.
No.
I'm not a pro. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna walk around at a comfortable weight. Like, do I think I would do any better in the lower categories? No, I'd probably get fucked up because of the weight cut.
Yeah. That's one of
Like,
the downsides of weight
yeah.
cutting, like, no one talks about.
Yeah.
It's like, well, they're just faster, and
Yeah, I was like, doesn't mean that I'm faster. I'm probably faster than most of the people I'm fighting. It's just not getting pinned.
and depending on how you
Yeah.
cut weight, like, probably dehydrated and sucked out a little bit, so pick
That-
your poison.
Yeah, that's plus with what I do for work, like I don't want to endure a weight cut and then be like, fight a crackhead. I'll be
Yeah.
like, no.
You're like, I'm having a rough day with the cut. Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna fight me for real and try and
you,
fight me.
Then you get cut.
Right. You get cut with nasty snaggle teeth and fucking nails and shit.
Not interested.
But you are.
Ah, that, yeah. But I'm not cutting weight, so.
Yeah, exactly. You're not cutting weight. Like,
Well, that's like, if everything works out, like I signed up for middle in the next tournament. I'm like gonna bump up to middle heavy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even close to middle, and I didn't compete in middle last time.
Yeah.
And I felt way better.
nice.
I feel like shit at middle now.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting older. Like my body doesn't do that, and I just have more muscle and blah blah blah. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah,
feel like shit.
you're a man now. Like,
I'm not a boy.
yeah,
I'm a man.
There was like, that's one of those things, like, I was really active in my 30s, like, and then like dipped in my mid 30s, came back up, like, but like I've kind of had those like peaks and valleys, and I'm trying to make sure I'm not like valleying again, like
Yeah.
trying to stay like more on just like a level playing field with like fitness and like eating and all that stuff. But
Yeah, I've definitely gotten away from extremes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
extreme cuts, extreme whatever. Like trying to just like get in the middle, stay healthy all around. I feel much less injured at this weight than I do at much lower. So
you can probably protect yourself significantly better because you have something to fight back with. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want to go that far. Nope.
one of my very first like bigger tournaments, I cut weight like an idiot and was dehydrated, and they weigh you right before you fight. So I had 0 rehydration period. Like,
Yeah.
and I went out there, the guy pulled guard, and I just like sat in his guard, and my hips, knees, and everything started cramping, and I couldn't fucking move. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So, no real reason for it.
Don't
I'm
do
not,
it. Yeah.
I'm not doing professional MMA. I don't have 24 to 48 hours to rehydrate and
Right.
refuel and all that. Most of the things I do are like weigh in, go.
Like, don't get me wrong, like and kind of talked about this, like I don't think we talked about it on here, but like, if you're gonna fight pro, like, yeah, you have to have some discipline, but like, why fight it? And maybe I just don't understand the mentality, like, why fight at weights that like are really hard to attain? Like, I've seen it, like I've heard about it,
Yeah.
and it's like, what's the point? Is it
But
just because of everything so strict, or?
Yes and no. I mean, I just don't think the advantage is there. That, I mean, it is though for some people. Like that's the thing; it differs per person. Just like everything in martial arts or fighting or whatever, some people can cut weight, get down to a lighter weight, and hydrate and get back up, and they're fucking monsters and like cool.
Right.
And then, but it just became a part of the culture. So like everyone's like, "Oh, you're not cutting weight. Like, what are you doing?" It's like, I'm not injured. I feel better. I can perform better. I can think better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just became part of the culture.
And I know like wrestling as like a base for a lot of like standard martial arts in most countries, like that's always been like, I think let me rephrase this. I think weight cutting and like all that stuff makes sense from a martial sense. And here's why. It gets your body used to being starved and performing and like doing like hard things while you're not eating, which from a martial sense makes absolute sense.
Sure.
Like there are going to be periods where you are fighting and you're not going to have access to water, to food, like all that stuff. So like that like swing of like literally like feast or famine is a very militaristic like concept.
We're also not in feudal Japan anymore, so.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
No,
even like from a martial perspective, it makes a lot of sense, like to train that into your people. But like also, we're not Spartans,
right?
And then we do kind of have like a warrior class that like, but it's a voluntary thing.
But even like the MREs are like stocked full of calories.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
They're well fed generally.
Yeah, they're backed by modern science and not just like this shit's gonna happen. You may have to eat roadkill, like like, or your buddy, like, and drink your pee. Bye.
And you're like, oh, a blown off leg, dinner.
Dinner, yeah. Man, I just fucked that guy last night. All the Greeks are gay. It's fine.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
They're all just hanging with the boys back in the day, you know.
Jokes to this day still persist about being gay in the field. Like, it's not gay if it's cold. Like, it is kind of gay, but you are cold. Like, you got to make a decision there.
You gotta
like,
survive.
Yeah.
Is survival gay? No.
Yeah, no.
I ate some really good rabbit legs yesterday. Speaking of eating blown off body parts, they're really good. Like, my buddy told me that his guy like smoked them and they're kind of tough.
Yeah.
So I boiled them for like an hour and then I fried them real quick. They were delicious.
I have no doubt.
Freaking good.
A nice crunch on them after the boil.
Yeah, it was great. I'm skeptical sometimes. Like, I haven't had that, so I was like, I don't know. I was munching them.
Yeah.
I devoured them.
I have not had a rabbit.
It's really like a lot like chicken, like a lot like chicken.
Yeah, like dark meat, kind of.
I mean, even some white meat too. It's like the legs kind of have a little bit of both, but like pretty meaty portions. Like, and I made my Chipotle barbecue sauce with them. Had some coleslaw. Did the trick.
That does sound really fucking good. Like, speaking of like boiling meat and stuff like that, I remember somebody saying that corned beef was fancy, and I was like, no, it's not. It's a shitty cut of meat that they boil.
Boil the fuck out.
They boil it and season it and boil. Like, boiling is the lowest, like, can be the lowest form of cooking.
Yeah.
Like, that's sheerly to make it sterile.
Yeah.
Like,
just kill all the shit off.
Yeah, then they added this seasoning profile later, so it didn't taste like shit. Like,
so it's generally palatable.
Yeah, somebody's like, oh yeah, that corned beef, that's super fancy, and I was like, no, it's not.
We're eating Spam.
Yeah, like that's like we're eating Spam. Spam's fancy if you really want to get technical because it's processed.
Yeah, that's true.
Corned beef is wildly unfancy in like historical times. They're like, boil the meat.
What cut is it? I don't even know.
It's like a thin piece of like, I think it's flank. and it's like a thicker flank, so it's got like a real big fat pad on it.
Yep.
Which I love real corned beef. Like you broil the whole piece in, put the correct seasoning. Ooh, there's nothing quite like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you can crunch it up later. But yeah, corned beef is delicious.
Yeah.
But it's not fancy.
It's no filet mignon, you know?
Yeah.
But then also, like, learning after, like, butchering animals and stuff, I'm like, oh, that's that. Oh,
Yeah.
shit, that's that. Like,
Yeah.
kind of learn some things.
That's like, I'll take a T-bone any day.
Oh, yeah.
T-bone, bone in. Now we're talking.
Anything
You've
with
got multiple cuts on there.
Yeah. Anything with bone in, like, you can create a lot of flavor with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much either, like, depending if you have, like, some broth or bouillon or something, like, you can really let it, and then of course like crock pot, instant pot, stuff like that. Modern day cooking has made it a lot easier
Yeah.
than just stab it with a stick, put it over the fire, no salt.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't had anything like that before and you're like just now getting a chunk of meat, you're like, that's the best, that's the shit.
Right. Even unseasoned, but like salt's super important and has been all through history too.
No wonder wars have been fought for spices.
Yeah, I mean, well, salt as a preservative for meat, for health, like everything.
Yeah.
Like there have been wars fought over salt.
Yeah.
And like, it's super easy to get now. Like we're like, I want the pink Himalayan salt.
I want the Celtic sea salt.
Yeah.
I want this.
Iodized salt. Ugh, that's just table salt.
One of my younger family members has grown to love truffle salt.
Yeah, which is delicious, but also bougie.
That's some bougie ass salt for a kid to want.
I want the truffle salt.
I want
You're
truffle
like,
salt.
all right.
You're like, fair enough.
Yeah. That's super funny. Like what is it? People have fought wars over coffee. People have fought wars over tea. I mean, there's tea in the harbor.
Yeah, all the things that we take for granted today,
Yeah.
people have died for in the past.
Yeah, people fought over coloring for textiles.
Yeah.
Like, and now like we're wearing like shit that like they would think was like heresy. This shit looks like magic.
Yeah,
Like
they're like, tie-dye, what the
yeah.
fuck? Purple.
Like these socks are pretty simple. You're welcome, feet freaks. You like it. You like it when you call us. You've said so in the comments now. It's locked
We're
in.
taking your feedback.
Yeah, we're taking your feedback. Or your feet back. I don't fucking know.
Shit.
Ooh,
There you
pun. I'm sorry. You cannot like me for that one. But yeah, like
Clip
it. Clip it. Put it out there. But no, like even these are simple, and like yours, they literally have like a custom like dumpster fire pattern on them.
Yeah.
First of all, they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And you have to explain it to them. They're like, "There's trash receptacles. Like,
There's a place for your trash.
there's a place for your trash.
Not
You don't
the
just shit in the streets." Yeah. Have you heard of the Black Plague?
Yeah. We're watching Peaky Blinders, so it's
Yeah.
like in the period where it's just like dumping shit everywhere and there's no regulations or anything.
I was watching a video of somebody who saw, if this is in the UK, they were like immigrants and they were dumping trash on the side of the road, and you get out and he's like, "Oi, get that shit back in your fucking van. now. Like just, and like people in the comments are like, "It's about time somebody stood up for our country." Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like they just dump trash like everywhere. So there's like litter on the side of the road, but it's like in the road. So it's like a actual like hazard. Like,
Yeah.
just wild stuff like that.
And then like other cultures, like Japan doesn't even have trash cans on the streets because it's like, take your shit with you, don't fucking litter. Like,
That is something that a couple people that I know that have been to Japan were like, make sure you have a trash bag with you. Like that you can carry in a bag with you, because you will not find a trash can.
Yeah.
There is no trash on the streets. Like it's immaculate everywhere, which is cool. Like,
yeah, very cool.
yeah. But I mean, even here, like you can go down an alley and you're like, look at that trash.
Tons of trash.
Yeah, there's trash everywhere in alleys here in America.
In America. Like even in New York and shit, it gets just, it's just different. Like it piles up quickly. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, huh. You're like, that shit, I've never seen that before. Like,
I think, I don't know if you know this. Do you know that most people don't have disposals in New York?
really?
Yeah.
I rely on mine quite a bit.
Yeah. That is outside of like now some newer buildings I think have them, but because of the amount of waste and like there's high rises and you think about putting a disposal on a high rise, like the travel that you have to have for that.
Sure.
And if there's no system that's down below those buildings ready to handle it, what's going to happen with that? Like there's no, like we take for granted that like we have a waste management system that just like flushes it down through a pipe and like takes care of it.
Yeah.
So I've worked with several people that have come from New York, especially during COVID. They moved here and they were like, I was like, look, I understand like the city is like wildly different. And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, what's like the weirdest thing? They're like, dishwashers. I was like, okay. I kind of knew that was a thing. And disposals. And I was like, wait a minute, what?
You don't got that?
And she's like, and like one of them was one of the girls, and she was like, yeah, like we like you have a vacuum cleaner here. She's like, we used to sweep the floor because there's not a lot of outlets. Like, she's like, also vacuums are so expensive, so like cost of living was already super expensive. She's like, here we have a vacuum, here we have a dishwasher, we have a disposal. She's like, I just throw stuff down the disposal. She's like, also like it's so quiet here, and I was like, I guess I never really thought of that.
Yeah.
Like there's no street traffic noise. She's like, she's like, I thought I was in the country, and I was like, what's funny is you're like 10 minutes outside of downtown where she lived or whatever, like 15 minutes maybe, like, and I was like, that would be like, some of those things would be weird. She's like, I feel safe just like walking out of my house. I was like, okay.
Like, nice.
She's like, also, we live 20 minutes away here. She's like, in New York, if I lived that far away, I would have to plan to go into the city. She's like, we live 20 miles away, and it takes me 15 minutes to get to work. She's like, in New York, I lived 5 miles away, and it took me an hour to get to work. I was like, ugh.
Living in Columbus, you can get anywhere in 20 minutes tops, like across the city.
Even with traffic. Maybe 30 to 40 minutes if you're like stretching
you're
it.
Stuck in traffic.
But that can be 25 miles. Like from end to end of the city isn't like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, like some of that stuff was, it was interesting to talk to her, because her and her husband like worked with us for a little while, and I was like picking their brain, like what are some weird things, and she's like, it's so easy to do anything here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. She's like, and we can afford 10 times what we could afford there, and I was like, yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's like, people dog Ohio, and Ohio's like the butt end of jokes on like the internet and shit, and it's just like, have you lived here though? It's actually kind of sick. And near Columbus, like I haven't really lived anywhere else in Ohio, but
keep up the jokes. Don't come here.
Keep up the jokes. Stay away. It actually sucks.
Away.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
There's locusts and dead people right outside this door.
It's true. There's trash and dead people.
There's trash and dead people.
Don't come.
It's like San Francisco here.
It stinks.
There's a homeless guy shitting in the street doing heroin right there.
Oh man, we were in Portland, and we were rolling down the street at like 8 a.m. Like we're just going to get coffee.
Yeah.
There's like
you and Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were like, weren't really awake yet. We're just kind of rolling to get coffee, and like, you just see, I mean, I don't know, maybe mid-30s lady in a wedding dress, like crawling down the street screaming like a zombie, and we're like, oh, like, that was a jarring way to wake up. Like, oh shit, day is starting off rough. Like, but I haven't experienced that in Columbus. I've experienced other weird shit, but like, stuff like that.
I mean,
that can happen anywhere.
I'm a unique case. I haven't experienced that specific thing. I've seen close enough stuff like that inside the hospital.
Well, that's your department, though, you know?
Yeah, like in the department of weird shit happening. That's wild, though. Like Zombie Bride, you're like, oh,
I was
shit.
like, oh.
Like,
Oh, fuck. It's happening. It's starting here.
She was just asking for money. You're like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, we're in the car. We're like, get out of here.
Like, what the fuck did we just see?
And I'm sure they're, down on their luck and all this jazz, but it's a tough way to wake up. Like,
I just like try to imagine like like
Yeah, it was just like, well, yeah, it wasn't like anything intelligible. It was just
sounds.
crack-induced screaming.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Like, but also Columbus, I guess, was rated very poorly in air quality.
Okay.
I'm also like, what about New York? What about other crazy cities, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
What about China?
Yeah.
They put plants on the sides of their buildings.
But like, didn't they like clear it for the Olympics? They did something like.
Yeah, and they're trying to think of ways, like they're literally putting topiary like shields on the sides of like tall buildings there.
Yeah.
To help clean the air because plants are the best natural filter.
Yeah. Spider plants are really good for that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple in the apartment. Air's clean as hell.
Yep.
We did like mold tests and stuff. Nothing.
Nice.
So.
We have HEPA filters in the house that we run pretty frequently because it helps with moisture, but it also helps with like allergens in the air and stuff like that.
Sure.
But yeah, no, like that. Now, Columbus, you fucked up. Here's why. Put the panhandling back to just no panhandling in the city. The last thing that anybody wants downtown or anywhere is anybody just, hey, can I have money? Like, because it's non-aggressive and they're polite. Why do I want to have that interaction?
Yeah.
Why would anybody visiting want to have that interaction?
When did they take that away?
It's been a couple years now.
Okay. I remember seeing signs and like no panhandling.
Yeah, now as long as they're not quote unquote aggressive, they'll just be like, hey man, can I talk to you? And be like, I was just literally, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And they're like, what? You didn't have to be rude. I'm like, you don't have to talk to me.
Yeah. Why do you need anything from me?
Yeah. You an adult, bye.
And that shit can get aggressive very quickly.
Yeah. Notice, there's nothing that says that I can't be aggressive back.
And that's part of self-defense. Be like, fuck no, not interested in this interaction. Goodbye.
We were out driving one night, like doing like night pictures, and this dude just out of the fucking nowhere in the middle of downtown at like 11 o'clock at night just towards our car. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Like, nope. I was like, blow the light if you have to. She was like, really? I said, it's either that or he gets in front of our car and then we're gonna hit him?
He's gonna ride the fucking
windshield
for a while?
We can explain why we blew the light.
Yeah.
There's nobody coming and there's this strange man approaching our car.
I'll take a run red light over smacking someone.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt the person, but also this idea of, oh, they're not aggressive. He's walking towards my car in the middle of the street.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, trying to talk to me. Nope, get away. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like go downtown anymore, but when I used to, like, there's interactions and stuff like that I'd get into. I'm like, and I'd get away from. But I'd be like, that could have gone so poorly. Like, they got so close to me without me even realizing, blah, blah, blah. Like, that could have turned south very quickly.
I was getting out of, this was yet again downtown because we were going to do some like, I think it was like winter-ish time. And like, it was just kind of a nice, but it was like cold, but not like crazy cold. So we parked on High and I was getting out and immediately like the dude started to approach me with my car door open. I immediately put down everything, closed the car door, told my wife to lock the car, and I said, what do you want, dude? I was like, oh, I was just going to ask you I said, I don't have any money, man. Like, thanks for asking. Please go away. Well, can I said, no. I said, any more, and I'll consider this aggressive.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Yeah, like, these people aren't stupid, but at the same time, like, that shit didn't happen before you took away the no aggressive panhandling. Okay, can we just throw that back on there as no panhandling? Because you make downtown Columbus suck. Like,
make it unpleasant.
Yeah, like you make it unpleasant. Like also the homeless encampments where they shit on the sidewalks, not really doing it for me, bro.
You're like, dog shit, human shit.
Yeah.
Probably human shit.
Well, that's the other thing. There was a building that during COVID let three homeless people camp out on this like patio area. Just let it happen.
Huh.
And we walked by and there was people openly taking a shit inside this little barrier where like it was like waist level, so it was like 3 feet tall. And I was like, the person taking a shit? And my wife was like, yeah. I was like,
yeah.
ew.
You're like,
Like,
damn it.
let's get the fuck away from here.
I don't
Like,
need any typhoid fever.
yeah. So some of that does happen in Columbus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not zombie bride. I wouldn't put it past anything. But
Yeah, I just haven't gone down there in a while. It could be happening.
yeah, you're not
Right
missing
now.
that much. I need to get a longer telephoto lens, so if I want to do night shots, I just do it from the car. Like, zoom out, click, click.
The end.
I don't want to be on the street. Fuck that. Like,
There's a lot of great neon down there.
mm-hmm.
You know, you like taking photos of neon,
Yeah, like
but you got to
there's,
do it from the safety of an armored vehicle.
yeah. Oh,
Our light's dead.
it died.
What the hell?
Hold, please.
Hold.
I was wondering if that was gonna happen. That's all right. Just readjust for what we got.
Does it die because it's not plugged in anymore, or what?
No,
Or did it
it-
sparked.
It may have overheated.
There you go.
Gotta get that warm light. But yeah, no, there's some of that happening. I don't know if it's quite as extreme as some of the stuff that's happening in like Portland or, because I mean those are like, they're letting people just like, well they had to stop it. They were just letting people like, yeah, just do heroin. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
That's bananas.
I mean, Columbus does have like Narcan and needles available to people and stuff like that. And so having searched some addicts before, they'll take dirty needles, punch them through fabric, and then bend them down inside of pockets. So it looks like they have safety pins lined up on their bags.
Uh-huh.
It's the sharp end of a needle protruding, hooked over that, because they like open the pocket, go doop, doop.
Oh.
Like, it's dirty, it's used, it's been inside their body. And so it's on the outside of their bag. So if you go to search their bag near the zipper, there's literally a row of dirty needles right there.
Damn it.
Like, gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
That's rough.
Very,
Not interested,
no.
but slightly.
There are things that, there's some weird things that happen because their brains are so addled off like these drugs. Like, we searched a dude and he had 2 syringes and they had his blood mixed with a drug. And so I was like, what is this, dude? He's like, it's my blood. I was like, why? He's like, well, there's drugs in it too. I was like you pulled your blood and then pulled the drugs into it? And he's like, yeah.
Whoa.
It's like, what does that do? He's like, I just like it.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay. So like later on I was in a class and I was like, I have a question. I was like, you may have never heard of this. It's like, maybe it's the thing I just don't know about. I asked the doctor and he's like, no, that's just a crackhead doing crackhead shit. And I was like, okay. I was like, I thought that. I was like, but I don't know. I was like, there's weird, like a lot of people mix drugs with Kool-Aid. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with like the solubility. Like you'll find Kool-Aid packets and like a lot of times they have mixed something with the Kool-Aid.
Huh.
That was a common thing we were finding for a while.
Shit. Well, back in the day, you just mixed in tons of sugar.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking.
Now it's bogus sugar.
Yeah. Good Lord. But I mean, yeah, we've had people that were, you know, like LEOs and stuff that like got hit with fentanyl and stuff like that, and it's like just like searching stuff, and it gets ugly quick.
My one of the dudes that used to work for me, he's now he works for a county, and he texted me and was like, well, I know what it's like to be on meth. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I found it with my face when I was doing a search in a car. He's like, I OD'd. He's like, I'm in the hospital. He sends a picture of him in the hospital. He's like,
He's like,
yeah.
read it.
He's like, I was like, so real talk. I was like, what does it feel like? He's like, it feels like your heart's gonna pound out of your chest.
Yeah.
He's like, it's terrifying. I was like, that sounds awful. He's like, yeah, I don't know why these motherfuckers do it. He's like, nothing about it was cool. Like,
I didn't enjoy it.
yeah, he was literally just like, I freaking out.
I
Like,
spaz when I drink too much coffee.
yeah, I
can't
was gonna say,
imagine,
I'm like on some caffeine.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's like, it sucked. He's like, I was freaking out. They Narcaned me just in case there was fentanyl, like whatever. I think there was some fentanyl like profile in it as well. Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude. He's like, yeah, 10-10 would not recommend.
Yeah, that's some spooky shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No
I'll
thanks.
stick to jujitsu and stuff.
I was gonna say I'll stick to hurting my body in other ways.
That's my drug of choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say like combat sports, coffee,
Non-alcoholic White Claws.
yeah, non-alcoholic.
I do really wish they would make White Claws taste like that. Like,
No shit.
I'm not a huge fan of the typical flavor profiles,
Yeah.
but this one's great.
If you could figure out how to take whatever it is in regular White Claws and modify it to taste like this, you'd have something there, White Claw.
Yeah.
Like, I know
a
your
heads
drinks.
up.
Yeah, I know your
I
drinks
don't
are
think
already.
you need our suggestions, but
Yeah, I mean, I know their drinks are already very popular, but if you could make it taste that smooth,
sales go through the roof.
yeah, that would be insane. Lightly sparkling is the key too.
Yeah.
Lightly sparkling.
Theirs is heavily sparkling. It tastes like the Static Channel with some lime.
It's not good. And then there's like the bite of the vodka, which does not taste good after all that.
Yeah. Is it vodka or is it like malt type shit?
I think it's playing to be vodka, but yeah, I think it's just that clear malt that you can probably make pretty easily.
In your basement in a
Yeah.
still.
We made some toilet hooch.
My buddy made some basement moonshine and I drank it once and I went fucking deaf. Like, I was
yeah.
like, oh God, this is bad. Like,
So have you ever made it? Have you ever done like wine or beer or anything like that?
not
Made
personally. My uncle used to a lot. Goddamn light.
It?
I'm turning it back on with my mind.
Yeah. It's charging. It's just, I'm gonna unplug it and see if it is better. It may be too hot from the charging. Yeah. Woo.
Sparky.
Yeah, I don't want to blow us up. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a different area than we normally are, so you're gonna have to suffer through a little bit different lighting.
It's okay.
That's all right.
We're in the Togo studio.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not in the studio. We're in a mat space in another place. It's actually at Endeavor, but yeah,
It serves as our studio on the go.
yeah, for real. But yeah, I think it is just that. So you have to filter certain kinds of alcohol, especially like grain alcohol, or it will, like isopropyl alcohol is has different structure. So like you can filter it, and it should become a different kind of alcohol, but it's like a charcoal filtering that they have to do.
Okay.
So like that's why like homemade moonshine is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like you can go deaf, you can go blind,
Yeah.
like permanently if you drink too much of it. That's why like you don't drink rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Although people do it. Like you don't drink hand sanitizer. People do it still.
People find a way.
Yeah, they find a way.
People
for
are
sure.
super innovative. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they are.
Some creativity never ceases to amaze me.
That is very fucking true. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never brewed beer or anything, or
I've done beer 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
It's pretty. Honestly, it's not. You just have to make sure everything's like super clean, and if you can cook, you can make beer.
Okay.
Wine is a little more intensive because the fermentation process is longer.
Sure.
But beer is, you're looking at about, depending on what it is, like a month or 2 months. And like we made beer with what would be considered natural carbonation. So you put yeast in there, and the yeast creates carbon by eating certain things, and the waste product is the carbonation.
Okay.
So like you let yeast, like if you ever get a beer that has yeast in the bottom, it's either like a Belgian beer, which I personally think are gross.
Sorry, Belgium.
It's a style. It's like they literally like the yeast impact on like that. Some people like love it. Like a Belgian triple is like a heavily yeasted like beer, and it's like some of those Belgian beers are like some of the oldest beers in the world that they still have recipes for that can be made. But anyway, like yeah, you make a wort, you let it sit, and then you put that into bottles. Like after you let it mature, and then you let the bottles sit, and the yeast eats like all that stuff, and you have to put it in a place that's like controlled away from light, and it ferments for a little longer, and then usually after 30 days you can crack one. We made like an amber ale and like an IPA.
Oh, nice.
So
okay. There was like I used to do personal training for a long time,
mm-hmm.
and it was mobile personal training at one point.
Yeah.
And I was training a client who, in between sets, would lay down on the couch to take a nap. So like a minute or maybe 2-3 minutes would just be like, but anyway.
What?
It's she took the rest period very literally. I'm like, all right, take a sec, and then she'd lay down on the couch, and I'm like, are you alive? Beside the point, her husband brewed beer.
Okay.
And he made like a cherry wheat.
Okay.
And it was one of the best beers I've ever had.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like you're onto something here.
Yeah.
But I think they either like grew cherries or something, or he got cherries from someone and did that whole process. And I was like, he's like, try it. And I was like, I can't drink and drive. I have a van. I can't do that.
Yeah.
He's just like, drink it. So I'm just like, okay. So drank it. It was very good. I didn't have enough to get remotely intoxicated, but it was very delicious. So
there was so the guy that I used to brew with is one of my like oldest friends, but one of his work friends, that dude's father was a guy that worked for Budweiser for like 25 or 30 years.
He knew the process.
He knew the processes, but also like he worked there when you could drink on the floor.
Oh shit.
So like they used to be able to like drink.
So let it rip.
They would work, I mean, you work like that factory's occupied like pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big operation. And they made the joke that they were the only bar open in Columbus. Like, but they would taste like beer like as like fresh Budweiser and stuff like that. Also, a lot of the things that like you see now as like craft brews came from Budweiser employees who would like take ideas and like make craft beers, and then they were like, we'll have like a competition. So like Shock Top is a Budweiser product, but it came out of somebody brewing it for an internal Budweiser competition.
Oh, sick.
And like he made that beer, and they were like, this is how you have to serve it, and they took that idea and they made it like a wildly successful beer, like a wildly successful shandy. Like
I think that was one of the first ones I saw that I was kind of like, what is that? Like,
yeah, like the marketing for it was really cool, like with the logo, and like, you know, you have to have the orange, and like it is a part of like that's how he brewed it. He wanted it that way. So
cool.
But yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like he told us some of the ins and outs of like running a big factory like that, and like he's like, they can tell down to the cellular level if something's like okay because of the level of like monitoring and like the tanks and like the temperature, and like wild to like hear the like the like control they have.
Even going to like smaller breweries, they have these massive setups and these crazy things. I can't imagine what it looks like in there.
One of the, what is it, Jackie O's down in Athens. That place is pretty wild. It's a smaller setup. Well, I mean, it was. I don't know what it's like now. They're so big. That may not be true. But I've gotten very wrecked at Jackie O's. Like, they have such a cool setup. Like, their one side, their actual pub is like, or what is it? It's the tap room. Their tap room is sick. It's got a hammered copper countertop. So, like, you're sitting at a hammered copper bar.
That's sick.
Like, it's really cool. I don't drink beer anymore because I'm allergic to hops, which sucks. But
when did you find that out?
So I was like doing a lot of like beer tasting and stuff with my friend who we made beer with, because like that was like that 2012, 13, 14, 15 when microbreweries were like just exploded, even in Ohio, because the Midwest actually started to take on like the mantle of like making some of the best beers, like Michigan, Ohio, Illinois,
Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's where, was it Three Floyds? Excellent beer. There's one in Michigan, I always forget, but they're one of my favorite companies. They had Founders Brewery in in Michigan. They make some amazing beers. But we were doing all that, and I was like, I would feel like a little funny, and then as it progressed, like my sensitivity to it got worse and worse and worse, and like to the point where like my joints would almost kind of like freeze.
Oh shit.
Like I would feel like real pain in my joints, and I think it may just be a sensitivity like to like in green plants there's that mineral, and I think it was just like it's like a buildup of that. Like I can't eat lettuce, like it just fucks me up.
Yeah.
Like so
Interesting.
very, very annoying. But like, people are like, you should eat salads. I'm like, nope. Like you're just unhealthy. I'm like, no. Like that's not what that means. Like
Yeah. Like the chemistry in my body does not allow for that.
yeah. I've always had an aversion to greens, like cooked greens, fine, but like like raw lettuce, fuck that.
Yeah.
But
I'm a huge fan of Czechoslovakian lagers.
okay.
I've had like 2 or 3 different ones, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. Like,
this is what I want.
this is it. And I don't know. I mean, in my head, I'm like, it's clean and nice and crisp.
There's honestly one of the, I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been there in so long, but it's downtown. Barley's.
Yeah.
Barley's makes fantastic beers. Their ale house one I don't think there's any more, but the one downtown, the food there used to be amazing because it was like Polish food. So you can get like pierogies, sausage platters with washed sauerkraut and mustard. And then like they used to be on Friday nights, they would do a firkin, which is like a little cask of like a specialty ale, and it's served at room temperature, and it's a gravity pour because it's like low carbonation, and it has to be something like extremely like highly flavored because of the nature. Like room temperature, most people are like, I wouldn't drink a beer room temperature. I promise you would if you go down there. I'm like, yeah. Well, they'll take like one of their like really popular beers and make like a souped up version of it basically. So it's like usually a high ABV, high flavor. Like they'll do like 13 or 14% stout, or they'll make like barley wine, which is like 20%.
Oh yeah.
Like wine, like they have to call it wine even though it's just beer. But yeah, they have to call it wine in the state of Ohio to make it that high ABV.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
What's like the ABV on like mead and stuff?
it depends.
Can get pretty high, right?
It can. It's usually a little more like wine. It's like 13, 14%. That's another thing. Brothers Drake. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I think I have had some of theirs.
When right around the time that Rachel and I started dating was when they had opened, and we went on a date there and like had a flight of mead. It's pretty amazing.
Did the trick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you're married, so
Yeah. It's all down to the mead.
Did the mead.
But yeah, no, they have a place over in Grandview too. It's like their factory, like one of their factory locations.
I think I had one of their like apple pie. No, maybe
They're-
something like that. Or is that one of them?
Yeah, they have like an apple cinnamon pie,
Yeah. Okay.
and that one is. They also at their bars make like really amazing cocktails with the mead.
Okay.
So it's not just like, although the mead in and of itself is extremely good. Like one of my favorites is their bergamot blue, and it's blueberries, bergamot, and mead.
Ooh.
And I think they still make that one.
You can drink mead.
Oh yeah,
Without any-
because there's no hops in there. It's
Yeah,
honey.
yeah.
It's
Nice.
it's fermented honey.
Okay.
Now they did have a hopped mead, and that's really where I found out, because what they do is they would brew the mead and then they would just hop it. They would take like different strains of hops to make like different batches of it. There's like hop traditional. They made like different, because like each different kind of hop has a different flavor. So they would do some specialty batches, and like that really hit it home that I was allergic. It was probably because it was more fresh than some of the other stuff that I was having. because they were hopping it after the fact. Like they weren't distilling it. It was like fully distilled, and then they were like basically like flavoring
Okay.
the mead with hops.
Sure.
So the oil off the hop was probably much fresher than other stuff that I'd had. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that one's a good. They sell it a lot of places now in the city too. But yeah, Brothers Drake's really good.
That sounds a lot like when I drink brown liquor.
Yeah,
It just does not work in my body.
it's weird. Must be the malt, like
Something.
the grain base or something.
Yeah. I mean, I can have like maybe one, you know?
Yeah.
And I will around like Christmas and stuff, and I want like an old fashioned or something like nice. But if I'm like drinking that, it's so rough. And I talked to my dad about it. He's like, yeah, we can't do that. Like, he's like, doesn't work. I was like, fuck, I wish you would have told me that.
So even he has like a problem with like brown liquor?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. So whatever that is, I picked it up from him. Which is fine. I don't need to be slamming brown liquor all the time.
No.
But I thought I was cool when I was watching Mad Men. I was like, I'll have a whiskey.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm not Don Draper.
No. First of all.
You don't want to be. But.
Yeah, those dudes are like, I'll have a glass of scotch to wake me up in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
nope.
After drinking scotch all night.
Yeah. Hook me up to the scotch IV and do the laundry.
Yeah. And I'll smoke 100 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
I can't imagine just how rough those dudes felt. Like, they're like, water, that's for fucking kids. Like, I'm like, but I love water.
I didn't survive Korea to drink water.
Yeah. We didn't have that shit over there. Whatever they drink that here. Yeah, so I'll stick to some water and clear stuff.
As I say, luckily, like I don't know, I can do brown, but it's kind of one of those things. Like at one point, I developed like when you start developing a palate to discern harsh liquor between harsh liquor, you've probably gone too far.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
has notes of like, yeah, you're too deep into it. That was me. Like I moved from beer to whiskey, and like scotch, like bourbon. And that was yet again like kind of that phase where bourbon was just skyrocketing in America.
Yeah.
Like,
And we're in the heart of that too. So
yeah. I mean, that was
Kentucky's right down the street.
well, that was also when Ohio started to pull back some of their laws on distilleries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of distilleries inside of Franklin County and stuff now. Like they were making liquor in preparation for the laws to change. So like I got some of those original batches of like their first, we have our first bourbon, it's 5 years old. Like some of it was really good, some of it was not.
Some of it was rough. There have been quite a few like close by that have popped up.
Yeah.
And that was like when I stopped drinking all that shit. So like I never really got into it, but there's something like Cleveland and stuff that I liked.
There was I don't know if it's Middle West Spirits or OIO or whatever it is now. They, I think they changed their name, but I got some of their first batches and they made really good stuff. Then Watershed was okay. Not a huge fan of their whiskey. I think I've heard it's better now, but whatever.
We'll stick to the White Claw.
Yeah. Hey, White Claw.
There ain't no laws when there's drinking claws.
All right. That's about.
It's time.
Yeah. See you guys.